you know, another goddamn sequel show. Oh, what you know, another goddamn sequel show. La 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 la
I don't like Boondocks.
I've seen it once and I don't remember.
What are you doing? Are you doing levels right now?
Yeah, but we're recording too. while I'm
sick.
doing it.
Everybody hear how much I don't like Boondock Saints? Just kidding. I don't know if I like it or not.
I don't like it. I think that people like it too much, and it doesn't make
I would
sense.
agree with that. People definitely like it too much.
Like every teenage boy has like a poster of Boondock Saints in their room. I feel like
With that,
maybe not nowadays, but when I was growing up, at least.
Yeah, I get the same vibe, but the person that introduced me to Boondock Saints had that like,
poster.
well, was basically that person. Oh my god, you're gonna love this
oh my
movie.
God.
Oh my god, you have to watch it. And I watched it. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
I was like,
It's a very alright movie that it may not be alright. I don't remember. I don't remember it.
I don't think it's
I
good.
think people just like Norman Reedus too much.
I like him, but like,
I also like him,
but yeah, I agree. Like,
he's just not that cool. He's like not
no,
that cool.
he's not.
Also, he's actually pretty awesome because I follow him on Instagram and
I do too.
he just like rides motorcycles
he's
and
cool.
stuff. He does
He's cool
cool
as fuck.
shit.
But like the character, he
Yeah.
plays like a character that's like way cool, supposed to be way cooler than he actually
Yeah.
is.
That is that's
Like
it.
Daryl on fucking Walking Dead.
Yeah,
He's good in that character, but like I don't think it like fits him perfectly.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
sounds good.
How do you feel about Walking Dead?
I started watching the first season. Like we were all getting together to do it, and then it's like we just stopped getting together to watch it, and I haven't seen it since.
Damn, that's a long time of not seeing it.
Mhm.
That's,
Yeah, so I basically
7
say I haven't
years.
seen any of it.
Yeah, me and Kyle started watching it when it first when it premiered.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the first episode, and then I fucking hated the rest of the first season. And I tried like over the years like multiple times to
Damn.
get through the first season. I just fucking hated it. And then like a year ago, my parents were like watching it, like the current stuff, and I was like, damn, these episodes are pretty good. So I like forced myself to get through the whole. And now I'm like a fan. I like it. It's good stuff.
Yeah, no, I watched the first season and when it came out, and I liked that a lot.
I
The
did.
second-
My only problem with it is like it didn't get interesting for me until after like the first season. I was just like, I've seen this before.
Yeah,
It's a zombie movie split up into episodes.
I
don't know.
I liked the characters in the first season.
It's funny you say that because I
With
always hear
Michael
people
Rooker.
complaining about season 2 and
Well, 2 is where it was just
it's
2
just
was on a
the
farm
whole time
and
or
it was
something.
very boring.
Yeah, it was just more boring.
And then they left the farm, and season 3 was pretty cool again.
Is that the prison or is that after?
I think that's when they found the prison.
Prison's
Or no,
tight.
I think 3 was the CDC,
I
and then
don't remember.
4 was the prison.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I've only seen up to 5. And
5 is
then
cool.
when they get
6
to
is cool.
what the train place or whatever.
What are we on 7 now?
I don't know.
It's like
Don't look at me.
I don't know, man. It's getting crazy, but
Yeah.
I wish that because I started reading the comics too, and now I have no idea where I left off, and I was pretty deep into it, and I really don't want to start over, but
I've never read the comics.
they're good, dude.
I think about it a while every now and then, but those giant compendiums are so expensive. But it
But it
covers
has so much
yeah,
stuff in it.
It covers like so
Like
many
they
issues.
are like, have you seen them? They're like this fucking thick, dude.
God.
They're like
It's-
$60 though, which is it's a good value. It's hard for me to be like, yeah, $60 sounds great.
Yeah.
Here you
And
go.
I don't want to do it because I'm like, I don't know if I'm done with the first. I don't know if I got that far.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to spend $60 and be like, I read all this. I read all of these.
Yeah.
I guess I could like sell it after that. I don't know. Or yeah.
Or
you
just
have it.
look at it
You could-
before you
yeah.
buy it.
Or you just,
Yeah, but like I don't know.
you could be one of those nerds in fucking Barnes and Noble is like, I'm reading.
I guess I could just
For
go
free.
read. I could just go read it for free somewhere.
Yeah.
But then you have to be in public. I feel like reading is like
A private thing.
it's a private thing. Like
Yeah.
I don't like to admit that I like to read things. Okay.
No,
I
I
didn't even start liking to read things up until like a year ago.
No, I get where you're coming from. I take books with me when I like go places, and I'm like, I'll read this in the airport. I'm like, I don't pull it out in the airport.
Yeah,
I just
man, you
flip
can't
through
just
my
be
phone.
reading.
Well, I was reading comics on my lunch at work, and I was reading the Predator ones, and like I would set it out, and then I would get my lunch ready, and some dude walked in and was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. What's that?" And I was like trying to explain that he thought it was a book.
He's like, what?
Yeah, and he was like, "What's that? Like $10?" And I was like, "No, it's fucking $25. It's got a lot of comics. And he's like, oh, that's a comic book. I don't need that. It's like, yeah, I know. I'm a fucking dork. Get away from me. Trying to read Predator and eat my lunch.
Get away from me, working man.
Just let me eat my lunch and read my Predator comic.
Just leave me the fuck alone. Dude, I can't stand when people, like, you're on your lunch and people, like, try to talk to you. It's like, don't you realize that I'm trying to not be involved with work right now?
It almost never happens because, like, it's the same every day. Because, like, there's usually, like, 4 or 5 of us in there. There's one person that I work with that he goes in there, like, half an hour before me. And then I go in, and everybody sits in the same spot.
Yeah.
Because if something is different, everything's fucked up.
Everything's fucked up.
Yeah, seriously. And then it's just,
I had a funny interaction with a coworker recently where her phone is ringing, and guess what her ringtone is?
Holla back, girl.
No, it's that.
Yeah, like there are so many songs. Like how could we have to start guessing?
Well, it was a song that was very important 2 episodes ago.
What was 2 episodes ago?
I
can't remember.
Sister.
Was it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Her
Well,
phone
that
starts
sounds
ringing.
great.
That's that song, and I'm like, oh no way,
Well,
that's
that's why
such
you
a
don't answer your
coincidence.
phone. You're just like, sounds good.
Yeah.
But I said that's such a coincidence. We just got done reviewing them. I forgot, and she starts like going off on Lost Boys. She's like,
I thought she
am
was gonna
the
be like,
biggest
what?
Lost
It's from
Boys
a movie?
fan.
What are you talking about?
No, she's like totally into Lost Boys. She's like, I show it to my kids every Halloween. She's like, I will make sure they love the movie as much as I do growing
It
up.
doesn't seem like a Halloween movie to me
It's not,
for some
yeah,
reason.
I don't know.
Like,
I guess
I
it's
don't.
just people are like, oh, it's horror. We gotta watch it.
I
on
just
Halloween.
don't like. I don't know, man. I have like a certain mood like around Halloween and like that. I don't think that would like. That's like a summer movie. I feel like that's right. Like
It's kind of party movie.
yeah,
It's very fun. It's not like
it's not spooky enough.
It's
man.
just a fun.
Either way,
movie.
she was in love with the movie. Like she couldn't stop talking
I mean,
about
it's
it.
very good.
It's super good.
Yeah, she didn't like either of the sequels though, which
Well,
is
I mean-
fair.
You guys know how we feel about them, right?
Yeah, if not, check back 2 episodes ago.
Check it out.
Plug.
What was that? I was gonna say something about Lost Boys. Oh, I rewatched the original after we did the podcast.
Yeah.
Still great. Still a
Yeah.
great fucking movie.
It's awesome.
One thing I did notice, it came up on my friend Sean's podcast because they did the original Lost Boys recently. There's like a certain scenes with blood and there's glitter in it.
What?
Yeah, I don't know if they did it to like just like make it shiny,
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
but like now with like Blu-ray you can like see the glitter.
Dude,
So there's some it's crazy, dude. It's
that's
crazy.
really cool. Now
Yeah.
I want to get it Lost Boys on Blu-ray just to see glitter in the blood.
Yeah.
I love
cool.
that. That's so cool.
Lost Boys is so good.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
So Kyle's not here as you can see.
Yes.
Or hear.
As you can
As
see.
you can or hear. Today instead we have a stack of tapes
a
joining
stack
us.
of tapes that we came up.
It's not really good ones.
Really good tapes. We got
Yeah.
some. We don't have to talk about.
I see
it.
there's an Army of Darkness and a gold clamshell here.
There's an Army of Darkness, Gold Clamshell, Demons 2, The
Mhm.
Gates of Hell, Night of the Zombies, Bad Taste, Phantasm 2,
Mm-hmm.
Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. I wonder if that's important for the.
what
episode? What are
And
we
there's
doing
also
this?
Ricky-O. There's a Ricky-O in
that's
here.
a good one. Zombie 2. Did I already say that?
Yeah.
Lep 3,
I don't know,
Maniac,
probably. Yeah.
The Jar. Just so much good shit. So much good shit.
And the
We
only
had a good
one
day.
that brought us to almost fight, I Spit on Your Grave.
That's the only one. Everything else, we're good. We're good at this collecting thing. Most people, they say on the internet, they're like, you need to go thrift alone. You can't go with your friends because you'll get in arguments. We don't.
Mm-hmm.
We're just like, yeah, you can have it, whatever.
Yeah.
Except for I Spit on Your Grave.
Except for that. I mean, even
I
that, though.
it wasn't even a big fight. I was
It's
just
just like, I
there
got
were
more than you.
There were more of them here that I wanted, so I let them have that.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys buy
No.
collectively and then separate later on?
No. This
we
is
had
just-
some friends that had. We had
Yeah.
2 friends that each had a box that were like, "Hey, we're getting rid of these," and then like I gave one of them a fucking bass overdrive pedal that I had,
And some
and
records.
and then I traded some records, and so we took
So
these
basically, we got these 2 boxes
from
of
our
tapes.
friends, and then we were like, well, let's just split them up, and
Yeah.
we kind of went with whoever wanted what.
No,
Oh, okay.
normally we like run into a store and we're like looking
Yeah,
on our own.
pushing each other out of the way, and then
Okay.
But like, yeah, this is a different situation.
Yeah. So we came up today.
And then
Got
you
some-
eventually you essentially got them for free because you're
Yeah, we're
Yeah, it
just,
was
just
trading
stuff
out
that we
stuff
had-
you're not
yeah.
gonna.
Yep. That's good shit, man.
That's great.
And then someday when I'm sick of tapes, I'll probably do exactly the same thing.
Yeah,
You'll be like, you know what? I'm into vinyl LPs now. I'm gonna start
I
trading
mean,
these tapes.
been
away.
there, already been there.
Okay.
yeah, that was like
Been there,
that's
done
fucking
that.
10 years
Yeah,
ago.
that
man.
was easily 10 years ago.
What's the next thing then? Well, what'll be retro in 20 years?
It's not about being retro, man.
I mean, it is kind of, because like I get into things that are like, not many people are into,
Yeah.
and it's cheap at the time, so it has that
true.
like those two things make it retro.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not saying retro as in like, oh, you specifically like it because it's retro, but all the consequences of being
yeah,
retro,
yeah.
lower price, some higher rarity.
I don't
like
know.
older
Like,
things.
People
can't-
think you're stupid when you bring it up to them.
Yes.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And they're like, what?
But when they start to not think that you're stupid, it's time to move on.
Yeah.
It's time to move
Yeah.
on to a different. I don't know what would be next, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. These are still cheap. Like a lot of people are into it now, but
it's
they're still
different.
cheap for the most part. If you find them,
As long as you,
in the wild,
Yeah. If you don't try an eBay shit, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Fuck that
But
shit. What's it say on your Instagram? Fuck eBay scum or something.
yeah, fuck that shit.
Even though we've both bought things from eBay.
I've bought things that were very good deals.
Well, yeah. I'm not. People buy. They're like, what is it? The Spookies. That movie.
Yeah, it's
They're
like a $40 tape.
I bought it for $40. It's got mold on it. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, why would
Yeah.
you buy a tape for $40 in the first place?
Yeah.
I found that copy of Brink, actually, that exact copy of Brink for like
pointed up to my collection.
Yeah, $17 because it came with that Xenon the sequel and a couple other shitty tapes. But
And that tape alone
Brink
is
is like an $80 tape.
yeah, 80 to
well, not
100.
anymore. It's gone down now. It's
A little
probably
bit,
it's
yeah.
probably like 60. But still,
But still,
I
you
found it
got
for
a-
$17.
yeah, you got a lot
All the
of
Disney
tapes.
Channel originals, those movies, because they didn't get that's VHS is the last thing they were pressed on.
Oh,
those
So
never
they're
came
all
to DVD.
like $20+.
I see why now. Yeah,
So-
because you can't get
Can't
them on
get
yeah,
DVD or
they're
anything
not
else.
on anything else. It's like that and the Xenon sequel. It's a sequel
Sequel.
also.
Yeah.
It's
Is
not
there a way
sequel.
of digitizing VHS? And
Yeah,
then-
you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it? Is it just a VCR? Do you
It's
need
like
like a program or?
Yeah, I think you need a program.
Yeah.
They sell them. It's like $40. It's
I
like
was
it
able to
comes
re-
with like an adapter or something, and yeah, some program.
Thinking about it, I was able to record a VHS tape onto a DVD one time by just plugging the two things into each
Oh
other.
yeah, I mean that.
So
Yeah.
I guess there would be a way to get it out no matter what.
Okay, so before we get into the movie, do you know what we're gonna do for makeup yet on Monday night?
I do not know.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure it'll be we just need like we could literally
Mhm.
do it with like marker, maybe just like rub it in, whatever
Yeah.
works.
I'll figure out a quick, easy thing though.
Yeah. Okay. So we want to. Hey, we're back for more.
Back for more. I'm
David.
like,
Hey.
Oh, you guys are.
I kind of cut you off there. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, you
Straight up
to be
cut 'em
fair,
off.
you usually go first. I just
Okay.
felt like doing it.
Well,
So-
you were already talking, so why would you
That's
stop?
true. I'm David.
I'm Brian.
Mike is just trying to cut everybody off. What
I'm
the
Mike.
fuck?
I'm
Who
sorry.
are you, Mike?
I'm sorry. I'm Mike. I'm the cutter offer guy.
And what did we watch this week?
This week it was Day of the Dead.
Why is it Day of the Dead?
1985.
Because there was going to be another pick, but then last minute we decided to change
Yeah.
in honor of George A. Romero.
Rip Romero.
Rip Romero. Hashtag
Damn, that's a good.
hashtag Rip Romero.
Why isn't that a guy in your movie? Rip Romero.
That's a good name.
That's
That should be
pizza
like a
guy.
band. That would be a good band name, Rip Romero.
Fuck.
Damn. Hold on. That pin that Sammy showed us. The fucking.
Oh shit, yeah.
What was it?
It's a Judge Dredd on a skateboard.
Yeah, but what?
What?
Judge Shred.
Judge Shred.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
this pin
yeah.
of Judge Shred's skateboarding. It's amazing.
that's awesome.
But yeah. Anyways, Day of the Dead, in honor of the homeboy.
hmm
It's
Who
the
has-
1985 version too.
Yeah, it's a 19. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
specify.
yeah. It's
Oh,
not
God,
the other
yeah, it did
version.
get
It's
remade,
not.
didn't
It's
it?
not Mina Savari, Ving Rhames. Or
Terrible.
wait, no, it's
ass.
Ving Rhames and Dawn of the Dead.
He's in both.
He's
Oh,
in both.
okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Dawn of the Dead remake is actually good.
It's all
That's the
right.
difference. It's good. Like
It's all right.
It's objectively a good movie. Like if you compare the two movies, even if you don't like it a ton, it's a well-made movie.
Yeah, I saw it in the theater.
Yeah, that was like the last movie that you saw in the theater back in the fucking.
Yeah.
Oh no, I saw
mid-2000s.
War for the Planet of the Apes.
Oh yeah, check that episode out too.
Yeah, we're just on a ring of timely ones because we
Yeah,
had
man.
the Lost Boys anniversary.
Yep.
And then
Which
had,
we didn't mention
So
At
at
all.
all during the
Just-
episode.
I just assumed everyone knew.
Yeah, everybody should
I
know
thought
the
it was common
anniversaries.
knowledge that it
Just
was
a
the
lot of
anniversary.
Well, I mean, wasn't Aliens like 26th or something a couple days ago?
Well, we did Alien Covenant.
No, I'm
didn't
just
I?
saying, what wasn't a couple days ago?
I
It was
don't
like
know.
the Aliens 26th anniversary.
That's like a
something
shitty
I think it was
anniversary,
26.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Like, do
well,
people
yeah.
celebrate those anniversaries?
No, I'm just saying it was like
Hey, it's
that's
your
what it
26th
was.
anniversary. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're married, you do.
A quarter of a century plus a year.
Hey, you haven't killed yourself yet. Great.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna kill myself.
1 year closer to divorce. Congratulations.
Hell yeah. So Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead. The
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 not
third,
the not remake,
the not remake. Romero,
the third Dead film.
Rip Romero.
Before we get into Day of the Dead, do you have? I'm sorry that I keep.
Yeah,
No.
sequel
Interjecting.
news and shit, right?
Oh, we
Oh,
do
yeah.
it. Man, we're just the tapes got us all fucked
Yeah.
up tonight.
It's a weird day.
I did watch the trailer for Jigsaw.
Okay, so Jigsaw, how did you feel about it?
I'm looking forward to it.
I think
Same.
I also think it looks pretty good.
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks like it's trying to like drop a lot of the baggage it was carrying from
Yeah.
the last few movies because it started to get really
Convoluted.
crazy with like
Yeah.
the police
too
and
into itself.
time jumps where it's like this was in the past, this is in the
Yep.
present, and all kinds of crazy stuff. So it looks like they're like, no, we're gonna clean slate it, but it's like it's gonna be still Jigsaw.
Yeah.
It's like it's the same guy. They're even like, no, it's the guy with blood under his fingernails, and I'm wondering if that's gonna be the twist because all the
all
Saw movies
have a
need a
twist.
twist. So I'm wondering if
Yeah.
it's gonna be like some guy dug him up and has been like planning
I
his
hope,
blood around
I
or
hope
something.
that's it. I hope that's
That
it.
sounds great.
Yeah.
I never even thought of that.
I hope that's something. It's something like that. But yeah, I think it looks. I'm surprised because you mentioned it. Remember, you got all pissed off. You got all pissed off at us because we were like, "Why is the same guy going to be Jigsaw?" And you're like, "Fuck you, he's good."
I kind of remember that. I remember getting just angry for a different reason though.
You got like furious about that. We were just like, if they're gonna make it, like I think it was because we thought it was a remake or something, and we're like, why the fuck?
Well, it was because like normally when I say like an idea that's not going anywhere, y'all just drop it, and I'm like, okay, I get it. But then it was like you guys are like, no, I'm like, that's a bad idea. I'm like, all right, then let's move on. You're like, no, let's not move on. Let's talk about how bad of an
No,
idea
this
it
was
was. And then
specific. No, this was specifically about the guy that plays Jigsaw.
I remember saying I like him, and I'm glad that he's going to be coming
And then
back.
we were like, that's stupid because what we thought it was like a reboot or something.
Oh,
And you said we were like, is it going to be the same guy? And you're like, yeah. And we're like, fuck that. And you're like, fuck you, he's good.
oh.
I don't know if you said fuck you, but we're like, he's great. What do you mean? We're just like, that's stupid.
I'm not. This
And
is
then
all a blur.
I'm pretty sure the next episode you apologize for it or something.
Okay, yeah, it's probably because it's a blur now, and I'm like,
But it's just
I was
funny.
a
But
jerk.
yeah, I think it makes sense. Like this trailer makes sense why it would be the same like voice and stuff.
yeah,
But yeah, I think I'm excited.
yeah. It's like you see
looks good.
tons of traps, tons of cool things. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a fun time.
Speaking of Saw, R.I.P. Chester Bennington, who was in which one was he in? He was in
I
one
don't
of them.
know.
He
It had
was
to be
in-
one of the later ones,
Yeah.
right? Because I don't.
He was in one of the. I know that his trap. He was in like a car and he got like melted to it or something.
Damn.
Oh yeah. I
must
think it
not
was
have
the
seen that
whole.
one.
I think it was. No, it wasn't the whole band. It was just him. Yeah, he was
It
like a
had to be, like-
racist or something and got
I
thrown
don't
through the
remember.
windshield.
I don't remember exactly, but R.I.P.
Damn.
Everybody's
Yeah.
dying.
I thought you were gonna go with like a speaking of Saw chainsaw.
Oh.
Leatherface.
Speaking of
We
Saw,
got, yeah.
rewind. Speaking of Saw, Leatherface. We also watched the Leatherface trailer. which just
Unfortunately, I
dropped.
didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
What
Okay,
the
Kyle.
fuck?
Yeah.
Thanks, Kyle.
Did you post
Jesus.
it in the thing?
I sure did.
Oh, I
Yeah,
missed
he-
that one.
yeah.
I did, right?
Yeah.
Fucker.
He did.
Missed that one. Then sorry about that.
It doesn't look good.
It doesn't
Dude,
look
dude,
terrible.
We'll still go see
Yeah,
it
I
though.
mean,
It does not.
I have-
Yeah, it does not look good, but it does not look
No.
terrible.
I don't know if it'll. Do you think it'll be? It'll probably be a theater, right? Theater
Yeah.
release.
I would imagine.
Maybe.
I think that like some
Maybe
of
like
the,
a very small release.
Well,
I
But,
think I think some of the imagery in the trailer looked pretty cool. Like the last shot, the chainsaw's like going around. It's right next to his face. And there's like
Yeah.
blood coming off of the chainsaw. That's cool. But like, if you read the synopsis, it sounds cool. It sounds like a cool movie. But you see this trailer, it's just like I fucking seen this, bro.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is just like the same shit from every
it's
chainsaw movie.
unnecessary.
Yeah,
It's just a not a story that needs to be told.
it's like the origin of Leatherface,
Yeah.
basically.
I don't think
Oh, is
you
it like
need to-
doing a
just like feel like you don't
Rob
need
Zombie Halloween kind of thing?
Kind of like it seems.
Oh,
he's
maybe,
Like, he's
yeah,
like
I know.
younger.
Hmm.
He's younger. It's
feel like-
before.
I just don't need an origin for him.
I'm fine with there being an origin. It's just like everything that I've seen from the trailer, and I might be wrong, but everything I've seen, it's just like we're just doing the same shit, except for he's younger. That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's like a scene or a shot where there's like a young kid who I'm assuming is going to be Leatherface, and like it's his birthday, and his parents get him a chainsaw. It's just like what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah.
What do you what? What?
Your reaction is like the kind of reaction I had during the Chucky trailer, where I was like,
What?
I was like, wait, what? what movie is this? What kind of what?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll end up seeing it at some point.
Also, it's like a like I don't know because I haven't seen the movie, but like it's like a normal looking kid, and like that's not
It's not leather.
Leatherface. He's supposed to be all fucked up looking.
Yeah.
And,
Maybe
Is
that'll
he?
happen. Maybe that'll happen.
yeah,
at the
he's
end.
like all fucked up looking. He's got like fucked up teeth, and he's all gross, and
He's like super inbred.
Well, I mean, he's-
yeah, he's like inbred as fuck.
oh, I don't.
He can't even talk, dude. He's all, there's Brian's classic Leatherface.
That's so good.
It's really good.
Spot on.
amazing.
It's spot on.
It's like you've practiced. It's like you look in the mirror and you're just like,
Well, all the
Fuck.
all the pretty horses plays in the background.
Yeah. And then what's the other one? It's not really like new, but there's a new trailer for Goon 2,
oh,
The Last of the Enforcers.
Goon 2.
I've
Last
never
of the
seen
Enforcers.
the first one.
Oh man,
So
it's
Well,
great.
we'll have to watch that because we're definitely doing Goon 2 for this fucking podcast.
all right,
Yeah.
I'll check out Goon.
It's fantastic.
It's really good. It's really funny. I don't think you're into hockey, are you? But I mean, it's good for the hockey.
No,
You
but
don't
it's
have
like,
to. You don't
yeah,
have
I was
to
gonna
be
say
to get
like
it.
it's mostly
Yeah.
about fighting anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I'm not into baseball, but I like a lot of
And
movies
it's
that
fucking
revolve around
Sean
baseball.
William Scott.
Yeah, Sean William Scott's amazing.
Not into
And he's like
basketball, but
he's
I like
kind of
Space
like
Jam.
he's like the likable like buffoon
Yeah,
kind
he's
of
like, he's like a big dumb idiot, and he's funny.
yeah,
And
but he's really you're like, oh yeah. I like
What
this
kind of
guy.
comedy is it? Like, is it
Oh.
like lampoony
There's-
goofball comedy? Or
there's
is it,
yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of that. It gets a little slapsticky with him,
Yeah.
a little bit, but I mean, for the most part, I'd say, what's his best friend in the movie? What's his fucking name?
Oh, Jay Baruchel.
Yeah, it's that type shit.
Who's that guy?
What else has he
he's
done?
the
What else has he
fucking-
been?
He was in the weed one. The weed one.
Which weed one, dude? What are you talking about?
With God, I was gonna say the weed one with Seth Rogen.
Yeah, which one?
and
Oh,
Katherine
Pineapple
Heigl.
Express?
Pineapple Express.
No, and Katherine Heigl. The baby fucking knocked up.
Knocked up.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that had the Canadian flag tattoo.
I've actually not seen that movie,
Jesus
but now
Christ.
I know what kind of comedy you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it's kind of
Yeah.
like that. It's good though. It's good shit. So check that out, and then we'll do
Yeah.
Goon 2.
We're
Sounds good.
absolutely doing Goon too.
Like for sure, 100%.
I love Goon.
Is that it for sequel news?
I think that's it
Yeah.
for sequel news.
Yeah.
Can we finally get into the movie?
Finally start talking about Day of
Day
the Fucking Dead.
of the Goddamn Dead.
Mm-hmm.
What happens in this movie?
Well, first, I just
Nothing.
want to say I really got to compliment this movie for the intro because it didn't resort to giving us like a little catch-up moment at the start where it tells us what happened in the previous movies and it doesn't highlight Night
Yeah.
of the Living Dead in the first movie.
Nice,
Dawn
nice
of the
throwback.
Living Dead.
I mean,
Yes.
it doesn't do anything. You just like
It just bam. It just
yeah,
starts.
Yeah.
Just,
Bam!
It just starts.
Starts with a nightmare sequence. with some cool imagery.
It's great. Just
And then immediately we're thrust into a world where it's post-zombie. Well, not really post-apocalypse, but it's like the zombies
You're in it.
have been
You're
doing
in
some shit. Yeah. And so Sarah is the lead, and she lands her helicopter with a couple of other guys, and they're looking for any survivors in this big city, but all that come out are zombies. So they head back home, and it shows that they got a fence around a base, and the base is underground, so they're pretty safe from the zombies down there. But when she gets back to base, we find out that there's really two groups of people at the base. There's assholes, and then there's
Who tend to be military.
yep, and then there's normal people, and then there's lunatics.
Okay.
So it's like those are like the three groups of people where you have these assholes that are you're right, tend
It's
to
the-
be military,
yeah,
where they're kind of they're very perverted and rude to her all the time.
Yeah.
And they're just not taking her advice, even though it's sound and reasonable and actually like really good advice they should be taking. And they're also just generally assholes that make no sense being an asshole in this kind of situation. But then you also have lunatics, which are the leaders. You have Rhodes, who's a military lunatic guy.
Absolutely out of his fucking mind.
Yeah, completely lost it. But then you also have Frankenstein, who's like the leader of the scientists.
Who's like the other side of Lost It.
he's
yeah,
not really the leader though. Like I get he's the head like scientist surgery guy, but he's not
Yeah.
really like he's not really telling anyone what to do.
no, you're right. He's not like leading people, but
He's the main scientist, but
Yeah.
he's not.
He-
I mean, I
he's
get
the
what you're
opposite
saying with
side
that.
of
yeah,
the road
yeah.
spectrum.
Okay, Kyle.
Yeah.
No, he's
That's
bringing
not really. That's not really what he is.
I mean, it's just I'm just saying.
And Frankenstein is a lunatic at the other end of the spectrum, wanting to domesticate zombies and like treating them like pets and actually chopping up and brutalizing former military people that have died, like non-zombies, like human beings that died and not went to zombies, and he's like butchering them and chopping them up for his experiments.
What the difference is that Rhodes is like a fucking asshole, and he's just out of his mind. And Frankenstein, he means well, but he's like doing fucked up shit to get there.
Well, I do think, and we'll get into this, but I do think Rhodes has like well-meaning, like he does have some racist comments and he does have some sexist comments, but I think like overall he has a reasonable objective.
I mean, that's true.
want to get the fuck out of here,
Yeah.
and I want to make sure you're not wasting time messing around with zombies when
That's
we're all
true.
risking our lives for them.
Yeah.
Like, he does it in a very ridiculously asshole and psychotic way, threatening to kill people and actually killing people later on.
Yeah.
But he does have, like, a reasonable objective
That
in
is
my
true.
mind, given a zombie apocalypse. But anyway, and then the last group of people is reasonable people, which Sarah is the most reasonable of them. But she has a bad habit of wanting to help people. Whereas the other reasonable people just want to get the fuck out of there and go to an island somewhere. So we're kind of introduced to these characters, and each one of them has like a different dynamic to them, except for a lot of the military guys, which are all just equally perverted assholes.
Yeah, just assholes.
One of the military guys is Miguel, who's like Sarah's fuck buddy, and he is the biggest pussy in the movie.
He is a gigantic pussy.
Was cracking.
He's just all
It's too much pressure.
Yeah, but instead of like recognizing that or like appreciating help or like trying to do something about it, he just keeps going downhill the whole way. And it's like, and as soon as something goes wrong that's not his fault, to be honest, he just loses it at that point.
He's a pussy.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
But anyway, Rhodes recently came in charge because the last military leader guy died, and Rhodes is basically putting his foot down saying, listen, I am sick and tired of all this like risking our lives to get zombies for your sick experiments. I want to see some progress, or I'm shutting the whole thing down and we're getting the fuck out of here.
I run this bitch.
I run this motherfucker.
I'm running this monkey show, Frankenstein, and I want to know what the fuck you're doing with my time.
Yeah.
I fucking love that line.
I mean, a lot of his lines.
Yeah, he's got some good one-liners. So.
Oh, he's so good, especially his death. That was
death-
ad-libbed. That was
death-
fucking ad-libbed by him.
Which is crazy because I watched some behind-the-scenes stuff and there was only one take for that. So like, what if George Romero didn't like it and it's just like, thanks,
Yeah.
thanks. And I have another tidbit about that scene. Did you guys watch any special features?
I did.
didn't,
for this.
No.
Well, okay, so for all like the zombie stuff, like what they were eating, it was like like meat and like like animal
Oh,
intestines.
I think I've
and
heard
stuff.
this story.
So they like went on vacation or something before they shot this Rhodes' death, and somebody turned off the refrigerator, so all the meat went bad and spoiled. So during that scene, they had to use it because there was not enough time. It was like 2 a.m. when they shot it, so they couldn't get. So they dumped all this rotting flesh and meat right there, and it's just like filling it, like so he could just smell it, and everybody could like taste it in the air, and it's a fun little tidbit.
I have a shirt of that.
Really?
Yeah, from that Fright Rags.
Oh yeah.
That place is tight.
Yeah, it's
but
tight.
yeah,
Shout
it's
out.
that.
Does it
shirt
say
with-
like choke on it?
On the back it does. The back it has it like written in like scratchy letters, says choke on him, and the front is like a bunch of, you just see like a bunch of arms and him getting ripped in half.
Those scenes have always fucked me up.
Yeah.
Like there's always like, it seems like in a Romero zombie movie there's always a scene where somebody gets like torn in half, and for some reason that's like the most fucked up imagery I could think
Yeah.
of.
For me, it's always just ridiculously like hits you in the stomach with how gross it is because the people are still moving
Yeah,
and
exactly,
reacting and
exactly.
doing stuff. It's not like a scene in a cheap horror movie where someone gets cut and there's a camera cutaway to like the limb falling on the ground.
No,
and,
they're just
the
like
cheapest.
getting one wide shot of someone getting torn apart and screaming.
Yeah, and you see their mouth and jaw moving as they scream and as their head gets separated from their body, and then the scream even goes high pitched because the larynx is being
I
yanked
fucking
out.
love that part. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it's amazing. This movie is a fucking Savini masterpiece.
Oh,
in my
yeah.
It
mind.
is.
Holy fuck. The effects are incredible in this goddamn movie.
I'm going to that. Even that I watched this movie a shitload in high school. I still have the original VHS that I had from then.
Did you watch it every day?
No, I didn't. I did not. I did not watch it that often, but I watched it a lot. But that final scene with Rhodes getting ripped in half, I used to like rewind it and watch it, and then rewind it and watch
Oh,
it. I watched
jeez.
that scene
You are.
so many
It
times.
is insane that you haven't turned into like a school shooter.
Yeah.
Because all the red flags are there. He watched Natural Born Killers every day for months. He
Yeah.
he rewound that death scene over and over again.
So many times in a row.
Like, is the tape fucked up there?
No, it's
Where-
still fine.
Damn.
Actually, I haven't watched it in quite a while, so I
That
don't know.
might be fucked.
I watched this on a DVD.
On a DVD.
A DVD.
So
I
did
did
I.
too, and wow, the quality is garbage. I hate DVDs.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys feel about DVDs.
No, it's noticeable because even fucking streaming is high def now,
Yeah.
and so it's like whenever you pop in a DVD, you're like, oh my
What I
god,
hate-
that's right.
Like I even like okay, like VHS is like worse quality, like technically, but like it looks real to me. Like a VHS, watching a VHS, it's like real. DVD looks like a fake good to me for some
Yeah.
reason. Like it just looks not right now.
No, it's almost like an uncanny valley thing,
Yeah.
where it's like before that used to be the cutting edge. Like we
Yeah.
were watching Reboot, going like, holy shit, this is great. But it's like now it's like that looks bad.
Talking
But
about that computer animated show.
yeah,
Oh, my mom loved that show.
Shout out Brian's mom. Does she listen? Is she a
No,
listener?
she does not even know that I do this.
You should tell her.
Oh
Should-
yeah,
tell her to
Sounds
tune into
great.
this
She'll
one.
probably like it.
Yeah. But anyway, after Rhodes takes charge, and he's putting his foot down on the scientist, saying, "Let's see some fucking progress." It's kind of an awkward, heated dinner. He even threatens to kill one of the ladies, and his military guys, like his personnel, are even like not taking him too
Yeah,
seriously.
they're
And he's
like,
like, "No, seriously, we're gonna start killing people." Or we're gonna get the hell out of here, because it's like, we're in that kind of situation. Everyone's like, okay, no, he's lost it.
Yeah.
And Frankenstein the whole time is talking about rewarding the zombies and trying to make them docile, and you're like, okay, this guy's fucking lost it too. And
Bub.
yeah. And what ends up happening is we're starting to see that we got Bub, who is a domesticated zombie, and
If I don't know if I'm correct, but like this is probably the first like domesticated zombie in any movies, right? Like I
I would imagine.
think that's like the first time that idea, as far as I know.
yeah,
like
unless you count like the really old voodoo zombies, which were always
Well,
used for
yeah,
manual
yeah.
labor.
But I mean like the zombies as we know them like today, like
Yeah,
the flesh-eating. Yeah.
brain dead zombies.
Like I think this is. I mean, for me at least, this was the first time I was like, damn. They like know stuff. They remember things.
Yeah, well, it's great, but
They
it's
do
it's,
talk about it in the earlier movies, but
exactly.
they
It
don't
takes
show
it to the next logical step,
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, in just Night of the Living Dead, it's about those people in the house and the like all good zombie movies. Day of the Dead isn't necessarily about the zombies; it's about the people
Yeah.
in this situation. And Night of the Living Dead takes a backseat to the zombies so much we don't even like talk about them until we find out some of their traits, like, oh, you got to shoot them in the head, that kind of thing. But then in Dawn of the Dead, it kind of like expanded on it, like, oh, they're going back to the mall. They're
because
like
that's what they remember. or
doing
whatever.
these kind of things that they used to do as humans, and it
Just
kind
habit.
of it adds some like elements to them where it's like it really hits home the point that these zombies are like a surrogate for the mindless masses of humanity. And then Day of the Dead takes it even further to talk about like there's something that you can almost sympathize with even. Like they're humans that have lost their way almost, and like, oh, if only they could regain what they've lost, they'd be human again.
Yep.
And it's a cool way to take it. But what ends up happening is while they're wrangling up some more zombies for some more science experiments, one of the lines snaps and it ends up taking two of the military dudes down. And Miguel gets blamed for it, and he gets bit as well, and he's starting to freak out, and he runs away. And Sarah's able to amputate his arm before the infection spreads, but the military guys want Miguel dead because he's a pussy, and he just cost two of the military guys their lives.
And he
he's
also
still-
got bit.
And he got bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
He's
don't
still
know
just
it.
being a pussy
They
the
also
entire
don't.
time.
Yeah, they don't know they got the infection.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know if
true.
it's. I don't know if it's ever even like stated. Like
No, they don't. Because
Yeah.
his I think when Rhodes comes in, he asks again, and she was like, "I think I got it."
yeah,
So it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so this is kind of like the catalyst that ends up making everything run downhill.
yes,
Because after that, they go back and they see that the Dr. Frankenstein's made really good progress on Bub, but then they also find out, holy shit, he's feeding them like
dead people.
the dead
basically.
people, the two military guys that just died. He'd already chopped them up and started feeding them to Bub. And when Rhodes finds out about this, he just outright kills Dr. Frankenstein. And then he's like, all right, that's it. Every motherfucker's going to die. We're getting the hell out of here. He kills the other scientist guy, and he tells the helicopter guy, listen, I'm going to kill these two if you don't help me. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to kill these two anyway. And so he throws Sarah and radio guy into the zombie pen, and then he tells helicopter guy, listen, you're going to help us escape. While this is going on, Miguel wakes up.
He's like, oh, I'm a pussy. I better do a pussy thing.
Yeah, and he goes and he literally uses himself for bait to lure zombies into the facility. He opens the doors on the surface, lets in a bunch of zombies. lays on the pad until he starts to get eaten, and then pushes the button to lower the pad down so all the zombies get into the impound.
I love that image, by the way.
Of all the zombies
when
coming down.
they're on, when they bring the elevator down and it's just filled with zombies. I love that
yeah.
shit. The shot is so good.
There's a lot of really good looking shots in this.
Yeah.
But Sarah and Radio Guy are starting to escape. Helicopter Guy is able to beat up Rhodes and the other guy, and he's able to escape too with Sarah and Radio Guy. And so what's left is the 4 military dudes to just get eaten by zombies in this crazy fucking
Torn
montage
apart.
of death. And
Which is another thing that's in like all of Romero's zombie movies, which is like
there's a death montage.
There's like a death montage at the end, like where the music, like the score, like cuts out, and it's just like sounds of like zombies eating fucking intestines
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, it goes
great.
from like shot to shot of like, remember all these places we were at earlier points in the movie
Now
when
everything's dead there. and
everything's dead
zombies
and
are
being
eating
eaten. And Bub escapes and he sees that Frankenstein was killed and he has kind of an emotional moment and he fucking picks up the gun and he goes and he shoots Rhodes a couple times and that's how Rhodes
One of
really
the
gets
best
it.
fucking scenes.
It's a great scene.
Yeah, it's so good.
And then Sarah, Radio Guy, and Helicopter Guy are about to escape when all of a sudden the zombies in the helicopter. No, it was just a dream, and it
Just a dream.
Just cuts to them being on an island, and she checks off her calendar to show that it's been like a week since all this shit went down.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yep.
That's it.
That's the fucking movie.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, I would like to say I fucking love the score of this movie. I don't know how you guys feel about
I
it.
made a note about it right off the bat.
Holy shit.
When just at the intro alone, when it's like cutting over the empty shots of the city. Hello.
Yeah.
Is there anyone there? And you hear the music. Dum 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 bum
so
bum
good.
bum bum
It's very
bum
good.
bum bum bum.
It has this like Caribbean flair because they're like in Florida, but it's also like spooky as fuck. It's so good.
I love the
fucking love it.
spookiness of it.
Yeah.
That's the note I wrote down is spooky intro music.
Spooky as fuck.
It's so spooky. I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Fuck.
That's like one of the best. Like that brings it all together for me. That fucking the score, and I love the shot at the very beginning before the.
The very beginning.
Pretty much the
It's-
whole beginning is
It-
amazing.
Just that first opening shot sets the tone of the whole
Yeah, the
fucking
whole
movie.
fucking
It's
movie.
a white gray room, and she's got her head down between her knees. That's
That's the movie.
the movie. It's a
Yeah.
depressing piece of shit,
It's so
Oh, yeah.
depressing.
but man, it's so fucking good.
Yeah, it's good as fuck.
And
Okay,
sorry,
it's a good point.
Yeah, that was great.
Tell us more.
well, it's not really related to what we were just talking about, but it was the next thing I had about the intro is I just love what this movie doesn't do as well. It doesn't start going into. I made that joke about for like referencing War of the Apes, but in all seriousness, this movie doesn't waste time like. In the future, it's like there's no fucking
No, it's just
video reel of like
Oh,
news
yeah.
footage of what happened. There's no person saying, "I can't believe we're still
That's
the
another
only
thing.
ones out here
It's
in the
like-
city that." Like,
It's such a Romero movie.
Yeah.
Like because even like Dawn of the Dead, it starts kind of the same. Like, do you remember the beginning of Dawn of the Dead? Dawn
not
of the
as
Dead?
much.
It's like a SWAT team break going into a building.
No, even
isn't
bef-
it?
even-
Oh, is it before
Oh,
that?
wait, what
I
is
thought-
that?
I was gonna say because don't they
I'm pretty
shoot
sure.
the kids?
Yeah,
and
I'm
then-
pretty sure Dawn starts in like they're in like a
No, I
crack
think-
house or some shit.
I think
like
that's the
going
next scene. I'm pretty sure it starts with like it's like a red room, and then the main girl is like taking a nap there, and it's like a TV station.
Oh, maybe.
I think that's, but it's the same shit. It's just like, bah, this shit's happening. Like that's how the movie starts. Really, the only like Night of the Living Dead, it kind of takes a minute for shit to happen, but
But it does the same thing where it's like I'm not gonna waste your time giving you a bunch of like
stupid
obvious
in- yeah,
exposition,
stupid information.
and stuff like that. Instead, the world is gonna be built not even by like the dialogue of people saying what's
Just
going
what you
on,
see,
but by what you see. You see, like they don't say, "Well, let's see if we can find any more survivors." It's like no, they land and go, "If there's any chance, it's going to be this place." Like they don't even say what chance, what place, why, what's
Yeah.
going on. No, you start to
show,
understand.
don't tell. God damn it.
But you immediately get it. You know what's going on. From the moment that first zombie appears on the screen and his face is dripping and his like nose is gone, you're like, oh, okay.
His whole jaw is gone.
Yeah.
And it's like if you look really closely, his like tongue falls out.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Okay.
A tidbit about that: Savini was pissed because they only had they spent all this time building. It's a puppet, actually. That guy is a puppet, but they were like got on set and he's like, fuck, we can't, the sun is this way, we can't see him really well, it's just kind of like a silhouette. Like he's like, we didn't have reflectors, like he wanted it to be like really well lit, so you could see all the details and stuff. But I think it works better like the way it is. It's just kind of silhouetted and his face is like dripping off.
Yeah, because to be honest, I didn't know that like his bottom jaw was entirely missing. That was his tongue hanging out. I thought it was like his jaw was like hanging off, and
No,
that's
it's,
what
like,
I was
gone.
seeing there.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's still you immediately know what's going
It looks
on.
great, and then the title comes up. It's fucking it's such a good shot.
And when we're introduced to the characters, it's like it has the character's defining trait come out first. Like, you know, Sarah's reasonable. She's like, no, we better gas it up tomorrow. We don't want to make the angry zombies angrier. She's cautious and thinking about the future and trying to keep people safe. Miguel is a fucking pussy and doesn't want help. Helicopter guy doesn't want to be there at all.
He's like, let's go to a goddamn beach
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, radio guy is an alcoholic
He's
and
drunk.
he's just kind of tagging along the whole time.
He doesn't give a shit about anything.
And then when we're introduced to the military, we got the two perverted assholes the whole time, and then we get Rhodes, who's just a psycho, and then we see Frankenstein messing with, like, the first moments you meet these characters, they're doing what makes them them.
Yeah, and like you said, like you know, show don't tell. Mm-hmm. Like they're a bug just flew in my eye. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no one's like you get a few glimpses of them saying things like, "Oh yeah, Frankenstein in his lab," kind of implies he's a crazy scientist.
But then he's just doing it.
Yeah. And they don't say like, "Oh, that crazy scientist, that's why they call him Frankenstein." Like, no, they just say
They just call him
Frankenstein because they assume the audience will be able to draw the conclusion about why.
Yeah.
That's what I love. That's one of the things I love most about this movie. And that's also kind of my one gripe is because of that. A lot of these characters are like hyper characters where they seem pretty unrealistic in a lot of scenarios because they have to be so hyperized into like, oh my gosh, he can't just be an asshole. He has to be the biggest fucking asshole ever.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and she can't just be reasonable and sound and like, you know, a good person. She has to be the most reasonable person. It seems unreasonable. Like that, and that's the kind of thing that bugs me about this is the characters are a little unrealistic, but it's almost to the movie's benefit that
I think it's great. I think
because it's able to do better things by that sacrifice of unrealistic characters.
Yeah, I agree. How do you guys feel about the setting for this movie?
Well, it's all just a military base underground.
It's like a missile silo.
I love it. I love that like it actually wasn't supposed to be like that. Like,
yeah, I remember saying like Romero said something like it was supposed to be Gone with the Wind with zombies, and he
It's
wanted a
supposed to
$7 million budget, but then that got cut in half.
it got cut. Yeah. Apparently, the original script for Day of the Dead was a lot more like Land of the Dead. So there was like the haves and the have-nots and that kind of stuff. And, like,
Okay.
but then they just didn't have the budget for it, so he had to like, you know, get it down to what it is. And I like that the setting like takes a back seat to like the story. Like the story is like the main focus.
Yeah.
Instead of like, you know, a giant building like in Land of the Dead and all these giant set pieces and stuff.
Or a mall, which
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's a detriment to Dawn of the Dead because
No,
it's one of the
but it
Dawn of
is
the
a
Dead's biggest
giant-
benefits, but it's totally a character unto itself.
And I think
Yeah.
Day of the Dead, like Dawn of the Dead is like kind of like it's like a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's like kind of more adventure-y, and then Day of the Dead is like the complete opposite. It's
Day of
just
the Dead
like,
is a depressing.
it's depressing. It's like really melancholy. Just,
Yeah. And everything shows it. It's a just dark and gray. It's just dark and gray.
That's why I
Everywhere's
love
gray.
the setting, man.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect for this movie.
Yeah. Because Day of the Dead does something good where it tries to raise hope in certain areas only to have them dashed away.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, oh, we get to see that the zombies are kind of being domesticated, but then we also get to see them eat everyone.
Yeah.
And the one zombie that was left alive, like, you know, takes up one of the worst, like, you know, things about humans and, like, kills another person and, like, you know, wants revenge and all this kind of stuff, which is one of the reasons that people start dying in the first place.
Yeah.
And so it's like there's the good and the bad, but then the bad is always winning in Day of the Dead.
Just barely, but it's always
Got a
winning.
step ahead, yeah. The good guys keep getting pushed back, and you want them to win, but they can't quite pull it out. And even at the end, they escape to that remote island, but she pulls out the calendar and she's checking off the days, and it's like
Yeah.
she's still in a prison of
Yep.
sorts. It's just this one has the sun.
Yep. I love. Apparently, when this first came out, a lot of people had a problem with the ending because it's like kind of like it's ambiguous. Like it's like well, I don't really know what happened. Like we understand that they're like safe for now, but there's no like it doesn't like really. It's not very conclusive. It's just like oh they're here. She's still doing the same shit. I love it though. I think that ending's
I mean,
great.
what else would
I think
they? What else could they do?
I have no idea, but apparently, also a lot of people didn't like the soundtrack.
That's weird.
That's fucked up, in my opinion.
Yeah. It might have
That
just
doesn't-
been something at the time, I think, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because, in all honesty, Day of the Dead is probably my favorite of the
Oh, it's
Romero Dead.
absolutely
Oh,
my
I am-
favorite.
yeah,
It's always
100%.
been my favorite.
100% my favorite Romero zombie
Yeah.
movie.
And I know that's actually an opinion a lot of people don't agree with. A lot of people prefer Night the most, which is,
I
again...
thought that
No,
people
I think
like
Dawn.
Dawn.
I think Dawn is the majority.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Dawn
People-
is definitely the majority.
People definitely like Night of the Living Dead more than Day of the Dead, though, for sure.
yeah,
And I don't know what it is, but I've just always dug Day of the Dead. It's just
too.
always been the movie that I've been like, oh, this is like what I want from a zombie movie the most.
Yeah.
Where it's not just like, because it is about the people more than the zombies, but the zombies are actually like part of the equation as more than just the threat driving people to do these things. There's the guy experimenting with a zombie and like finding out it's like more docile, finding out like, oh, it's the primal center of the brain, that's all that's left, that's why it's craving food and stuff like that. So it does mess with zombies a bit in a way that's to the movie's benefit, because then you have the dynamic of the guy wanting to find out more about zombies,
Yeah.
and then you have the guy that wants absolutely nothing to fucking do with zombies. And I love how both of them are completely reasonable approaches that are being handled by lunatics.
Yep.
yeah.
It's like I could see myself going either way in that scenario. Like, well, if we got some zombies and we got some scientists, yeah, let's fucking figure this shit out. But then also being like, oh, let's get the hell out of here and kill everything on the way out.
That's one of my favorite parts about Day of the Dead is that like the zombie apocalypse is so far in that there are people that are like, let's fuck with them and see what happens. Because like, you know, Night of the Living Dead is like, it's like everything just happened. Like,
Yeah.
nobody knows what the fuck's going on. Everybody's just trying to survive. Dawn of the Dead, it's like a little bit farther in, but they're still just like, you know, fuck it. And then Day of the Dead is like everything's fucked.
Yes.
And it's been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
So like they've gotten to a point where you can have characters that are like curious about what's going on.
Well, and it was like, well, we should just start shooting them all. And Frankenstein was like, hey, you don't have enough bullets for that. The time to do that would have been long ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
you know, he's right. Yeah.
Yeah. You're
We're far
fucked.
past fuck now.
Everybody's fucked. Everything's
there-
fucked.
When he comes into the meeting, it's like, will there be food? Is there food? I understand this, but is there food?
I love him in the movie. I think like he is over the top, but like
No, again, it's
good.
It's to the benefit.
He's so
of it.
convincing at it too.
yeah,
Like,
he is.
He's just a little chubby, sweaty guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's very sweaty.
He's
He's
very
so sweaty all the
he's
time.
very sweaty.
And he's always talking about the rewards.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh
Yep.
yeah, without rewards there would be no civility. That's why we have
Yeah.
civility, is because there's a reward for it and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And it's great because you can see him like breaking down as he's saying those kind of things, because
Oh,
that's what's
yeah.
happened to society is there's no reward anymore, so why be civil?
Yeah. Well, that's. I feel like probably my favorite scenes in this is when he's showing the military guy's Bub, and Bub salutes the guy,
Yeah. That's
and
a great
then
scene.
and then he hands him the empty gun, and he clicks it to shoot him, and it's just like that's like my favorite.
That scene is
It's
great.
so good.
And Rhodes is looking at the
Yeah,
zombie
and he's
like,
like,
what
"I'm not
the
fucking-
fuck
yeah."
are you doing to these
and
things?
he's like, salute him back, and it's like, fuck you.
I won't salute. Oh, it's
Yeah,
so good.
It's great. And then when Bub kills him, he fucking salutes him
salutes
back.
him.
It's so good.
Another thing that I love about this movie, again, it's because everything is so good in this movie, in my opinion, because it's the apocalypse has been going on for so long.
Yeah.
So like people are finally like they're like trying to adapt at least.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
like the helicopter guy, he and the drunk guy, they have this like camper or whatever set up with like
Oh,
with like
yeah.
Oh.
with like the fake, you know, sunny sky beach thing.
Yeah.
They're just like hanging out and having drinks.
That's-
and
that's
stuff.
their,
Well, he
like,
brings it up
getaway.
and he's
Yeah.
like, it's more dangerous out here, but it's our own little area.
Yeah, I love
And
that
it's-
scene. That scene is so cool.
Yeah.
It's the perfect time into the apocalypse because like Land of the Dead, in my opinion, takes it too far out.
It's definitely too far out.
It's like, you know, you're too far in where it's like people are like doing fucking game shows with the zombies at
I
that
still
point.
like a lot of Land of the Dead, but it's definitely like
I like
not-
the Dennis Hopper parts
it's
of Land
still
of the Dead.
not as conducive for like a good zombie movie
Yeah.
as Day of the Dead.
Yeah, I can get behind that because the human dynamic didn't feel like it was there as much in Land of the Dead.
Yeah.
Because it was like, you know, the rich versus the poor kind of thing. but it's like, man, I don't know. It felt like, I don't know. It felt like it should have been something way farther out. It's like, if you're gonna go that far out, make it like fucking, this is the world we live in, like, 2150, and it's like, and zombies are just a fact of life. It's like, we deal with zombies like we deal with fucking rats now, or something, like, they're the pests that we have to deal with all the time.
I've heard that, by the way. I've heard that. Oh God, I'm sorry. Ate a lot of pizza before this. Road of the Dead is still going to get made.
Oh, even though
after, yeah. So I'm still excited about that. I
Me
think
too.
that's kind of
depending on what happened. Like, let Savini do it,
that would be tight.
because he's been involved in pretty much
Yeah,
all
that
Yeah.
would be sick.
that shit. So like, I don't know, maybe.
That would be sick.
yeah, didn't he do something for Night of the Living Dead at some point?
He did a remake. He did a.
Oh yeah, the '90s colorized remake.
I like that version more than the original.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, I say have Savini do it. I think that would be.
I think they already have a director though. I think.
Probably.
Oh, okay.
But it'd be cool if he did the effects.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would be sick. Yeah, I'm excited. I think that's more of like what I've read about that. It's like more of what you're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
It's even further into the.
Yeah. To me, Land of the Dead was like, a bad middle ground, where Day of the
Between
Dead was
day
a
and-
good middle ground, where it's like between shit going down and the zombies are a fact of life now. I like the Day of the Dead being the middle ground more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite parts of this movie, Day of the Dead, are just like them like hanging out and like this is life right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
It's just living in this military,
Yeah.
underground military base.
it's so good. Great stuff. You guys have any gripes about this movie?
Um,
I honestly don't. I don't personally. I don't think. Like, I can't even think of a thing, really.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's like a funny thing at the end when they're in the cave escaping. The alcoholic dude's like opening up his flask, and you see like the zombie in like the corner or whatever, and he does like a weird movement and runs
Oh.
up and hits it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, oh,
I didn't notice that.
I didn't hate it or anything. I just thought it's like funny. And
Mm-hmm.
then he goes back and he picks up his flask and it's empty.
How do you guys feel about that death with the zombie in the cave? It's like around that
Where he
time.
chops off its
Yeah, they
upper head.
they take the shovel, chop off the upper head,
yeah,
flips
kicks it.
over, and then they're like the eyes are like still moving. Like
Is
Yeah,
I think it's good. I mean, it looks fucking great. Like I said, Savini's fucking masterpiece.
yeah,
man.
Mm-hmm.
it's great.
Did you guys notice Greg Nicotero as one of the military guys?
I don't know who
I
that
didn't.
is.
Oh.
He's like the guy. He's like Savini's like fucking brainchild. Like he does all the effects for
Oh.
Walking Dead
Oh,
now. and, like,
okay.
he's done a million other things.
I don't
Did you
know.
notice Romero as the clown zombie?
I didn't. I
Mhm.
did not.
I also did
I mean,
not.
I knew that. Like I knew about it after because I watched some special features,
Yeah.
but I did not notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny that all the extra zombies were just a bunch of people in Pittsburgh, and they got paid
$1.
and given a hat.
They got a hat that says "I was a zombie" for Day of the Dead,
Damn.
and they got a signed copy of that newspaper that's at the beginning.
Damn.
That's great.
Yeah, it's so good.
That's how you get extras. Give them $1, a newspaper, and a hat.
I mean, not
Yeah.
today.
Not today,
That would
no,
not
no.
happen today.
Maybe.
Unless it was Romero,
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today
I
though,
figured.
no.
I just thought of a gripe.
Okay. I don't know why you're thinking
These-
so hard about it. but-
I'm not. It's
It's tough.
something I thought about, and I wasn't thinking hard. It just popped back because I thought about while I was watching it. Is these are military guys, but they are not good at shooting. They hip fire
That is
everything,
true.
like
That
all
is true.
weird, like.
Yeah.
And it's like, shouldn't you guys? Be,
They're out of practice, man.
I'm
It's
just-
the apocalypse.
I mean, not even that, but like, they clearly don't have an infinite supply of ammo.
Yeah.
So it's like, shouldn't they be like taking their shots a little more careful?
Yeah. That's something that bugged me as
I
soon
mean, I
as
get it.
Sarah
I get it at the end when shit's going crazy. You don't
Yeah.
have time to like aim shots and all that. But like some of the shit earlier, when it's like you have plenty of time to.
See, that didn't even. I don't know. That didn't even cross my mind because I'm just like I'm watching a movie, and that's just how. I'm just like so used to people being terrible shots in movies
Yeah.
that it just never even.
I
I think the zombie
think
has the
it's-
highest accuracy rating
Yeah.
in the whole movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just
Bub.
like, it's like the scientist shooting weird. I get it, and then the helicopter pilot, he's fucking capping them.
Yeah.
with
He's
the
just blasting-
revolver's like nothing.
It's like blasted.
But the military guys can't shoot anything.
he's better, dude.
That's the only gripe I can think of though.
I can't.
And it's not even a big deal. Like
No,
it
it's
doesn't
not.
ruin anything
No,
for me.
that's not something that would
It's
take
just
you out.
yeah, it was just something where it's like, yeah, that's
Yeah, I think I already mentioned my gripe about the characters being like hype, like
Yeah.
super unrealistic. But again, I think that there's a good reason for that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
not
like
just-
a mistake.
Yeah.
There was a reason for it.
like Steel.
But I
Steel
do-
being a big racist homophobe.
Yeah.
But I do think there is one thing that I would say is to the movie's detriment that they could have actually gotten away with and would have benefited the movie was some of the humor. Is again, this movie is like a super downer, and
I think that's the point, though.
but I feel like the humor can take away from like some things. I'm like, there's something humorous about the zombie picking up the phone or like trying to shave, but that's all okay. But like you mentioned about like the guy with the flask going whoa, like that, and then like I don't know. I just felt like there wasn't really like roll your eye moments, but there was too many moments where it was trying to make a joke of something, and I was like, there doesn't need to be a joke there. It could have gone just fine without one.
I can't really think of moments like that though. Like not many, at least. Like I didn't even notice that shit when he was like.
Well, I don't even think it was like a purposely funny thing. It was just, to me, it was like the way
like what other
way that his body like reacted to it. It was just funny looking.
I can't think of anything. Like I mean, I'm not saying I don't believe you. I just like off the top of my head, I cannot think of.
Yeah, and unfortunately I'm struggling to think of some examples. So maybe I'm just making this shit up.
So fuck you, man. Is all I'm saying.
But I just remember thinking that at one point in the movie, like it was like, oh, it shouldn't try to be funny now.
Like maybe, are you talking about like what's the guy's name? Steele? Is that his name? The big
yeah,
guy?
the big
Like,
big
is
mongoloid.
the stuff that he's saying
like him or Rickles is the other main military guy.
Yeah,
the
where they're trying to have
little
fun with the
fucking
whole
gremlins.
thing.
Like, yeah, he just laughs a ton.
That might have been it, but that wasn't as big of a deal, I guess, because they were already all shooting the shit, talking.
Yeah.
Did they ever mention how long they were in the silo for? The bunker or whatever?
I don't think so.
It's like,
I don't think that's important though.
I don't know. I was just wondering, like, I feel like, are they cracking? Like, because I'm clearly a bunch of them are cracking.
Yeah.
Because, like, have they just been underground too long?
I mean, I think that's part of it. I think that's implied.
I'm trying to remember when everything kicked off in Night and Dawn, because I'm sure those movies both mention dates at some point. And because we're given a date on a calendar in this, that it's like towards the end of October.
Yeah.
And so if it happened in sometime in October, I'm guessing it's been a full year, and that's why you see the X's starting right at the start of the month. My guess is that it's been at least a year since everything's been happening, and so they've probably been in there for many months, if I had to make a guess.
I mean, yeah. I don't think it's important though. Like,
no, I mean, it's really not.
But I think it's definitely implied that they've been there for a shitload of
yeah.
time.
Well, I mean, it makes sense with Rhodes being like,
because like if they had just shown up, it'd be like tight. Like that would be the movie.
Yeah.
They'd be like, this is sick. I love this.
All right, yeah, we're safe. We got food. Let's do this thing. You're gonna
And it
experiment
makes
on
sense
zombies?
'cause
Find a cure, man. Yeah, go for it.
When they show the spot on the wall in Frankenstein's lab, not the one where
Frankenstein's?
Stimes. Well, you know,
Frankenstein.
somebody's got to be Kyle and mispronounce words.
God, fuck you, Kyle.
But no, not the one where he has Bub, but like the other set where they keep there were two zombies that they put in there. Like the wall was like real crusty, and like he had been using it for a long time.
Yeah.
There was a lot of dirt and blood splatter there that just looked like it'd been there for a very long time.
Did you guys notice like the weird like limestone walls in the place?
I didn't know.
And, like it looked like like it's a cave basically.
Oh yeah, like a quarry thing.
Yeah. Like that's all. Like apparently that's all. Like that's just how it was. Like that's just what it was. It's just like some weird bunker.
Really?
Yeah. Like that's not a set. Like that is just all. That was all real. There is a quarry in there, like, and there's no lights or anything.
That's so
like,
cool. I want to go there now. Like,
I
see
do not
that.
ever want to.
Yeah,
go
I would
there.
rather die than go inside of that.
See
fucking
that
place.
little elevator thing. Ride it down in
what
there.
I
and
would love to
explore.
do someday is go to the mall that Dawn of the Dead was
yeah.
shot in.
That'd be cool.
Well, I mean, they just hosted like a reunion thing there.
Yeah.
Where like Ken Foree actually went, and I'm sure some of the other people.
I mean,
did.
I'm sure the mall looks absolutely nothing like it did
not at
then,
all.
but
Mm-hmm.
I think they have like some like.
I'm sure
some
there's a
stuff.
plaque or something.
Yeah, there's like a plaque or yeah.
There's probably some shit, but yeah, no, they just was it last month I think.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
They did like a big reunion.
Well, it's too
get-together
fucking late
thing.
now, Brian.
Yeah, yeah, I'm just saying.
It already happened. We can't go.
Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, I would love to do that. I don't want to go to a fucking underground quarry though. You can suck my dick. Fuck
Also,
you, dude.
malls are just tight in general.
Malls are
the
so,
shit.
like, yeah, let's do it.
No, if I had to pick one, I'm going to the fucking mall.
Yeah.
But it's like I wouldn't mind seeing
Probably
that
a
place.
Sbarro
I think that'd
there?
be cool.
I can guarantee you there's a Sbarro there. Hopefully it's a zombie themed Sbarro.
Damn.
What
That'd
about
be
the
tight.
cemetery in Night of the Living Dead? That'd be a cool location.
I mean,
too.
I would go like if I was like on the
Probably
way to
just,
something else cooler, I would go there.
Probably just looks
How
like
do
a
you?
cemetery.
Let's talk about this. How do you feel about the original Night of the Living Dead? You.
Me personally,
Yeah.
I like it. I like it, but it's not like I guess it's just not like for me. I don't
you
view it
think-
as like a classic in my
Yeah.
opinion. I view Day of the Dead as the classic.
Do you think that it's like overhyped by some people? Because some people like hold it as like that's like the holy grail of like not only zombie movies but like horror movies in general.
I do think it's overhyped, but I can see where they're coming from.
I can too.
genuinely can because it is a well-made movie and it's doing something really impressive with like, you know, the
the
people
time,
and,
at
Yeah,
and
especially it was 69.
Yeah, something like that.
Like,
68, 69.
Nah.
That's the sex number, Brian.
But yeah,
but
I mean,
no, I
it's-
totally get it. Like I get why people like same with Shining. Like, you know, I like
Yeah.
The Shining. I'm not like super into it, but I get why people obsess over it. I get why people look into it so much. I
Yeah.
get it. And
I get it
and that's
too,
the way
but
I
it's
feel
just
about
like-
Night. Like, you know, I don't think it's like I don't like it the most. In fact, I like it less than Dawn even. But I get it. I get why people do because
Yeah.
it's a well-made thing and it's doing something crazy cool.
I do like I appreciate it, but like yeah, like you said, like I don't. People fucking love that movie, and I just I don't know. It's okay. It's a good one. It's good.
it's a good movie.
Dawn is like way better, I think, and Day of the Dead is better than Dawn. So
Yes,
draw your conclusions, audience.
and they're all better than Survival.
I don't remember. I don't know if I've seen it.
It's alright.
I've seen Diary, and
Yeah.
I did not like Diary.
I like
but
Diary. It's not great.
That's the
It's
found
definitely
footage one, right?
yeah. It's definitely pretty low on the list, but I like it. And then
I
Land,
don't.
Yeah.
I'd have to rewatch it. I saw it like around when it came
Oh
out.
yeah. It's probably been a few years since I've seen it, but I liked it.
Have you seen it?
I have not seen either of the post-Land movies.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing Land of the Dead sometime.
I would
in the
like to do
future.
Land
It's
at
also
some
Dennis
good.
Hopper's great, and
Yeah,
I
he's
think
good.
that's
John Leguizamo.
is
is great.
amazing in every movie he's ever been in.
It's true. It's a true story.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He gives 110%.
Dennis Hopper
fucking
does
great.
too, man.
Oh,
That
yeah,
guy,
he does.
Yeah.
Zombies, man, freak me out.
fucking zombies.
I love that's like one of my favorite lines in the movie. He's just in his like room by himself, and he's like zombies, man. He's like picking his nose. He's like zombies, man, freak me out.
It's
good
great.
shit.
It's good.
Yeah, we want to wrap this up. We got
Yeah.
anything else to say? Anything else important while
I
you're
don't,
watching the movie? Anything you noticed that
think
you
so,
didn't
no.
notice before? It's great. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
great movie.
It's
I don't know.
it really it's something that I want to watch again after
Yeah.
watching it.
Yeah.
It's one of the few movies that does that kind of thing for me, where it's like I can watch it anytime. Like, you know, if I'm channel surfing on
Unless you're, like,
YouTube and I come
depressed,
across
maybe
Day of the
you
Dead, I'll be
shouldn't.
like,
Yeah.
If you're like depressed, maybe you shouldn't watch it.
Yeah, it would
Yeah,
be a
'cause
bad idea.
it just
Or
reinforces
Or if you're
those
feeling
ideas that
real
it's
good.
hopeless.
Because it'll make you feel not good.
Yeah.
If you're like, I'm having a great day.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
I should probably watch Day of the Dead.
Oh,
I want to feel real bad about life.
I don't feel
About the
very
future,
good.
about society.
Yeah.
Because it's great because the movie does have like a little microcosm of society where it's like you
All
have
of his-
you have the smart people that are
Yeah.
doing the research, and then you have the other people that are like doing the work, and because of that, the people that are doing the work resent the people that are coming up with the ideas. And then there's some people doing the work that are assholes. There's some people coming up with the ideas that are lunatics, and it's just no one can get along. It's like and then you have the one person that's the voice of reason, and everyone feels like they'd be that person, but in reality, you wouldn't be that person. You'd be an asshole, or
I would
you'd
have
be a
killed
lunatic.
myself already.
Yeah.
So.
Or you would have killed yourself. You
Yeah.
would have off yourself. And what's great is in The Walking Dead, you still become a zombie when you off yourself
Yeah,
that way.
yeah, it is.
I
Great.
think that's the
Yeah.
one thing about Walking Dead that I love the
There's
most
no way to
is
escape it.
everything. Yeah, you die, you become a zombie. End of line.
Period.
Yep.
But anyway, Day of the Dead, zombie
Day of the
movie, great.
Damn Dead.
I give it a thumbs up in case
I-
you didn't see that coming.
Yeah. I also, I mean, front to back, this movie's fucking great. Great fucking. The score is like stuck in my head right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear it right now. Tom Savini's fucking masterpiece. This is the third time I've said it, but goddamn, if you like practical effects, watch this fucking movie. Yeah, the story's great. Everything, man. I don't even have a gripe about it. Thumbs way the fuck up for me.
Yeah. Thumbs up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this
Everything
is
everybody's saying is great. It's good. It's
in
awesome.
my opinion. Like when I've mentioned this before, when like I rank the movies kind of thing that we've done on the podcast so far. This is probably my favorite movie we've talked about yet.
Oh, I think I agree. Right?
I don't know. Do you? I don't. Yeah.
I would say this
pretty
is
sure I agree.
of all the movies we reviewed so far, this one's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's great, dude. It's
Rickles
fucking-
goes down laughing.
It's great. He does.
And they like
So
rip
good.
his skin off his face
Yeah.
and his eyes.
Yeah,
they're-
and his eyes showing.
Practical effects, man.
Practical motherfucking effects.
God, good ass movie.
Good ass movie.
Great ass movie.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Great ass movie.
Great ass movie.
Great ass movie.
Join us next time.
We'll be back for more.
Oh, what you know, another goddamn sequel show.